really, I wanted to work block with you because really the main thing right now is so your lead gen is all good. It's not really a matter of getting our team meeting the door. That's flowing pretty good, but really just dialing in the conversion processes. I don't know if I ran you over on the Loom video, but we've been launching a reactivation sequence for a lot of our partners that's been doing really, really well. Where any live transfers, let's say that you haven't maybe heard from or been able to get in touch with within the last like 3 or 4 weeks or so, you can tag it like dead live transfer. And we'll try to get like back in touch with them. And then we can like notify you when they're reactivated. So this has been going well for a lot of our partners that we've been implementing it for. At this stage, it's usually just an almost overwhelming amount of opportunity in the door. It's like, oh, like I forgot to follow up with that person or I did or that, and it just gets super overwhelming. And so just making sure we have the good processes in place to make sure that we're just like not that anything slips through the cracks. That's usually kind of where we're at this point. And so I want to implement that reactivation campaign for you. I don't think it's already implemented. I don't think the team has done it yet. We're trying to push it to those accounts. So it's just been doing super well. Other than that, just kind of run me over. I got some stuff I'll knock out on this call, but just run me over kind of how things have been going for you. I saw a transfer came over the other day. You had like an hour-long conversation with, which was super cool to see. But just I guess from me, over kind of how things have been looking on your end.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think like you nailed the you nailed it when you just said that, it's the back end stuff that we need to really address right now. So I think, to your point, I think we need to probably schedule a time and just look at the systems that are behind, the lead generation. I mean, I would even be willing to put a pause on the lead gen right now and then just focus solely on the pool of leads that we have, and let's see if we can generate that, because it's like when we look at the total machine, we got the machine working up front with the leads. So let's now kind of concentrate on the back end. So I don't know what your schedule's like, when you want to get that to, start looking at that. I do have a CRM. And so what happens, even with the leads that I try to generate through my own ads through Facebook, they get plopped into the CRM that I use with Lofty. So what I've had to
Gotcha.
do, what I've had to do so that it's not duplication, is I've had to put a pause on some of the AI features of that CRM, just so that clients are not getting pinged by
Double
yeah,
contacted.
yeah. So I'm just trying to let the BAs do their thing, since they're the experts, and then just try to pull back on the AI stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
But
for
again, you
sure.
can give me your input.
Absolutely. We can definitely pull Legion down. We won't want to pause it, but we can like cut it in half or cut it into a third just because you don't want like that consistency to stop. And like, because it's a huge domino effect of these type of leads. But most of these leads coming in, you'll get the maybe 5, 10% that are looking to do something ASAP, but majority of them are in that 3 to 6 month time frame. So once that domino effect starts, like if we stop now, you'll kind of see that effect in like 3 to 6 months. But if we keep it running, because your lead generation is fine, if we even just keep it running at a third, a half, get you money in the door so you can double back down again, that's completely fine. Like whatever we can do to make sure that you're the most comfortable, because it's a long-term thing. So we can definitely look into like cutting the lead gen in half or into a third. You're still going to get plenty of opportunity in the door. That's not an issue whatsoever. We'll implement that reactivation campaign tonight, or I can just do live with you on this call here to make sure that it all looks good with you. Won't take too long. And then in regards to Lofty, we start an integration on our end to like scan the live transfer with your Lofty automatically, or are you kind of manually doing that?
It does it automatically, through
Okay.
uh, the the little when I set up Lofty originally, there was something that we had to do to connect it with Facebook, and so that is still connected. So
Okay.
whenever lead comes in, it plops it there. But the way it plops it in, it calls it no name. So it's like it doesn't bring over the name of the individuals. And so I've been trying to work on getting through there and cleaning it up. So it's like it captures the first name, but it doesn't attach it to the user.
Like the contact in Lofty. Okay.
Yeah.
What we
Yeah.
could do is we could do something cool for you. When a live transfer happens, do you have it where it's automatically put in like the notes in your Lofty as well?
Yep.
Oh, you do. Okay. So like
Mhm.
when the ISA gets you all those notes, it's basically just instantly going to that contact in Lofty.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, Cool. That sounds good then. Other than that, yeah, let's just go through building that reactivation sequence out for you. We've been seeing a lot of good results from it. I can actually just show you. We just implemented it for in the Las Vegas market like 2 days ago or yesterday, and so I actually just want to go for. I was just checking out Kyle's account here. So yeah, it looks like he threw some leads into the debt live transfer reactivation today around like 5 Eastern, so maybe about 45 minutes ago. And basically, what we're having it do is we're basically saying, hey, anyone you have lost touch with within the last 3 to 4 weeks, basically in the system, just tag them dead live transfer. And then we're having it essentially just go in and send them a tailored text based on what the ISAs collected when they had a talk with them. So here's just like the most recent one here. So it looks like Kyle initially had a good 15-minute or so live transfer. Then it looks like, when was this? This was in May, June, for March, April, May. So May, and then June, yesterday, looks like or it was yesterday evening. He went in, tagged it dead live transfer, and then basically what it's going to do, will send a text like this. So I'll leave known it's agent. Get a good conversation about that property you were searching for. It's going to drop the price point, the location, and the time frame, and basically just ask, is this still accurate? I've got some properties I can send over. Just let me know. If they don't respond, it's actually going to follow up with them. So the system will wait 1 day and see, hey, did they respond or not? And if not, follow up. And then here we can see not ready to list by home yet, which he'll get notified about this response. It'll be like, hey, Debbie just replied to the reactivation sequence. Go ahead and go in there and respond to ASAP. So realistically, if I was him, I'd go in there, try to stir up a conversation, see why she's not ready to list her home yet, or, she's got to find a place first, what it is. And it looks like there's a couple more here so far since doing this. So, who is this? Obviously we got to get back on those, which we literally said, hey, it's name with company. So that's kind of like a interesting response. But hey Jenny, it's Kyle. Same thing. Is it still accurate? Yes. So this has basically been able to go in and kind of reactivate a lot of these leads that our partners have thought of maybe down, and kind of just really like start a conversation. And then you'll be able to go in there and then just kind of start like tackling them. I saw one that had responded to, here's another one. Yes, that's still accurate.
So is it that Kyle's going in there and doing these texts, or is it the VAs?
So this is an automated text. So
Okay.
once you tag it dead live transfer, it's going to start this automation and automatically send the first text. It's also automatically going to follow up with them for 3 days after that with just like a first name question mark question mark. And then when they reply, you'll get a text and an email on your end that basically says, hey, this lead just replied, and it'll also give you what they replied with. So if they said like stop, for example, you'll know you don't have to like stop what you're doing because it'll just said stop. But if they say, yeah, that's still accurate, you can kind of dive in there and get to them ASAP. I saw one where you just had to get on and sent a radio rules. Yeah.
Is that AI, or is that a script that you all put together for the?
This right here is just a basic script. So it's going to be the same every single time.
Like when it says like bring Brenda with a question mark, or Enrique with a question mark, is that also part of the script?
Yep. So that's part of the script. So what we'll go ahead and do here is I'll just kind of share with your account, and let's see here. We go to automations. I don't think the team should have built it out. So it could be mistaken. Oh, okay, perfect. So let's go to agents. Actually, to give you an idea of what the text will look like that you'll receive when these people actually reply, is it will look like this here, for example. So when a lead replies to one of those text messages, it's saying dead live transfer, reactivate reply, giving you the lead's details. So obviously, you can just search them up in CRM and then their reply. So you can now basically what's kind of the language which they're replying to those messages with, just so you can kind of know how urgent it is. Do I need to get to it immediately? Is it a positive reply, negative reply?
Mhm.
Like who's this, for example? It's like, okay, I'm going to go into the CRM and I would be prepared for who's this as being the text message. So you can kind of prepare yourself if this is something I need to get to ASAP, or I have 5 minutes, still 1 minute an hour. I'm not ready to list my home. I can go into that, etc. Pretty self-explanatory there.
Mhm.
And so you'll get those messages as well. So you can basically hop on that lead as soon as they reply. And then we'll do the automated follow-up. Right now it's for 3 days, really, because if you're already tagging them in live transfer, and then we hit them with a text, we wait a day, we hit them with another text, we wait another day and hit them with another text and still don't get anything out of them. It's Honestly, it'd be safer to probably follow up for a good week. But we just have to figure out some additional messages we could add to that for you. And to really to keep that value first approach though, where we're basically just saying, hey, just want to see if that's still accurate to get those that list over to you. If we come to automations here, tag is dead transfer tag save. And then basically what you can do is you can add this deadline transfer tag at any time because we have a wait for business hours step. So if it's like midnight and you're just going through the leads, oh, I want to tag this one, this one, this one, I would just wait
Yep.
for business hours. So you don't have to worry about it texting someone at midnight. If you do that, then that first message goes out, whole contact person, it's location name. So here we want to go ahead and put a Ramon with is it LPT or LTP?
OPT.
LPT. Realty. Is that fine? LPT Realty.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hey, first name, it's Ramon with LPT Realty. We had a good conversation not too long ago about that property you were searching for, price, location, time frame, and the features one's getting sent up. So we'll get rid of that. Is this still accurate? I've got some problems I could send over. Just let me know. Save. And then basically this is where it's going to wait 1 day for reply. If they reply, it's going to notify you instantly. It's not going to wait 1 day, then tell you they replied. It'll let you know instantly. And then it's basically going to send you a text message that, like I showed you, just has that deadlock transfer reactivate reply with the leads details in there. And then if it waits 1 day and they got no reply, this is where you're saying that contact first name question mark question mark. So that's where that template is coming from. We're going to wait 1 more day after that. So if they don't reply to that second text, we're going to wait 1 day. If they reply, it'll notify you. If they don't, let me know first name. The properties won't probably won't be on market much longer, and I want to make sure you're in the know. If they reply to that, again, you get notified. If not, it basically just takes them out of the autumn. So we could add an additional maybe day or 2 day wait step, but really we've been seeing, the 3 days is pretty fine. If someone doesn't respond after 3 days and you've already emailed them and stuff by transfer, maybe it's something that we just try to follow up within another week or so. Or we could even set it, if they time out, we could add a task for to call them in a day or two. The opportunities are obviously endless. You can see a million different. But so far, you're just implementing this and having it so any of them you tag deadline transfer, they'll go through this flow and then you'll get automatically notified about them. Really, like I kind of already put on, we're at the stage where this is really what we need to be putting all our time doing. It's just like literally messaging the live transfers that are actually interested. And I can still potentially do something because I saw one that was, who was it for? I want to, one of our clients near you in the Fort Lauderdale market. I'm blanking on his name.
Jerome?
Yeah, yep, Jerome. We did one for him, and he had he had a ton of live transfers. And there's a few that are like, I already purchased, or I already went through the process, or I'm under contract, or I'm already working with another agent, and we really just want to try to not let it get that far as much as
Yeah,
we can. And so
yeah.
yeah, so that's really why we just want to.
Pretty good lead. I will say, once the majority of them, when I get a chance to talk to them, they're pretty decent. So, um,
Awesome.
like I said, I think you hit the nail on the head when it comes to, let's focus on, uh, stirring up the pot of what we have as far as leads already in hand, um,
Yeah.
and slow it down a bit. I'd probably slow it even down to a third. If you want to
Yeah.
take that as a takeaway point, slow it down to a third, and then we can ramp it back up probably within another month or two. But
Yeah.
I want to take the next 4 weeks and really concentrate on it.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The last thing we want is you not being comfortable, just like owing to the leads. And it's like at the end of the day, if as soon as you get in the role of converting those, like you're gonna be able to take on more volume, which like, oh, this is
Exactly.
exactly what it takes to actually get these people to convert anyway. So at the end of the day, it's just reps and there's no reason to earn money if you don't need to. At this point you have a ton of data in the door, ton of opportunity. It is just a matter of getting some of the stuff converted and then understanding and just refining the processes because yeah, at the end of the day, that's just what we're super passionate about is you not having to worry about if your phone's going to ring or not, but just dialing in your conversion process because that's ultimately what you got into real estate for. You're a people person, you like dealing with people, building those relationships, making sure the customer has a good customer journey. It's not about getting in the phones. All it's about just people getting good at the conversion, making sure you like your customer experience. So for happy that we're able to help you guys with that. So what I'll tell you, kind of to give you an idea, what you can do to best tag these leads that you want to tag bed live transfer that you haven't been able to get back in touch with for like let's say 3 or 4 weeks is up in the top right corner. You can go to more filters. You can type in tag and then you can sort these leads by the live transfer tag. So not the dead live transfer, but the live transfer tag.
Right.
What it's going to do is it's going to pop up um, live transfers that we've initiated so far, or that have at least been tagged live transfer. And then what I would do is probably sort by, let's say, activity, and then go through this list and just kind of tick off the boxes of people that you haven't communicated with within the last 3 or 4 weeks. And then what you can do is, do you have your CRM with us pulled up by chance? I just want to see if you have this add tag button at the top of your screen, like I do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, perfect. So basically what you can do is just tick box on the hand side here, the leads that you want. And then if you just go up to the top here and do add tags, it'll select all the contacts that you selected. So you don't have to go through and individually tag them. And then you can just do tagging dead live transfer as the name. Go to tags, search tags as just if you put dead in there, it should pop up. Dead live transfer, you select that, add tabs, and then it'll add them all to that sequence. And again, you can do it anytime you want. People wait the business hours and you out on a weekend, so it'll just do it first thing the next morning, within business hours, multiple times as well, because your account knows your EST. So you don't have to worry about that. So that's
I'll go through these tonight when I get back in, and tag the ones that I want you to, jump start and
perfect.
just work through there.
Perfect. And if you also have any ideas, like in regard to, hey, can we implement this or this? Like we absolutely can. Like what I kind of do around this stage when we're starting to get all that activity is it'll probably be more common for us as long as it's needed to sit an hour and a half down on the calendar, just build something to solve a specific problem that we're running into or a specific bottleneck, because we have the bone structure for everybody. We implement for the same. It's really that first month, something that 2 month process that you're experiencing is just very to copy paste. We can do it for anyone. But once you really start getting into getting the opportunity in the door, and once it actually comes down to seeing success, it takes something different for everybody. Maybe in a different market, their lead gen is a problem. Their conversion was completely fine, but the lead gen is a problem. We're not getting enough leads in the door. For example, I just had that for a very small market in Fredericksburg, Texas. The conversion is not an issue. It doesn't have too much opportunity to keep up with, but it's just not a mess on the front end. So it's like we sat down for an hour, came up with land strategy, and we're going to be launching that first game tomorrow. So it kind of just gets to be a bit more specific, and being that agency agency, we can get in the trenches and build stuff out specific to what we think is going to work at this, because that's really what's going to move the needle forward. Not doing any more like the low leverage stuff that we've already got data on, like getting a lower cost per lead, stuff like that, is really not going to move the needle forward as much as, building out an entire different reactivation sequence to reach out to old leads, stuff like that. So, also within the CRM, you're always free to come in here and always see the conversations tabs as well, just to see how the team's nurturing, following up against people. If you ever have ideas, questions, concerns, always feel free to let us. Your dashboard too, which is pretty cool. You can see all the tasks that are in this setting, so you can kind of see what needs they're working on. Our team really does try to do all the longer term nurture for the people that are further out. And most they think it's a really, really good opportunity. They'll try to get it to you because we're always good. Just, turn away that I don't think I can help that person right now. But if you come to your dashboard and sort by all users and all tasks, you should be able to see kind of the tasks from the entire team. So like Joy had a task on Francis, which was like text ISA, text, don't touch, one of the other RSAs, cuts, but we can go to the task section and see all the
So use the no touch again. Why do they?
it's just if they're like, this is my lead, like tells one of the ISAs, like I'm working this so they don't double contact it. Basically that's just kind of them talking to each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can see here, like Ben, our ISA assigned to Janine, don't touch, gave himself a little bit of a description and put the due date for this. And it was probably like a call or text back task. And so our team's also always in here setting tasks. So I call people back, follow up, text, as they also too, when they do phone calls, they get the call me back here. I'm at work and stuff. And don't forget about that stuff, making sure we're still on top of the ball. And you're able to see all this stuff as well. So if you ever have any ideas, questions, you're always able to go in there and let us know. And then for the live transfers, not too long ago, we implemented, if you're busy, you can't get to the phone, you book it in for a follow-up call on your calendar. Are you getting, if that's happens for you, are you getting the like reminders and stuff like, hey, lead has been booked, and then also reminders to follow up with like reminder of when the call's going to
I've
happen?
gotten a text message that said that the lead had been booked, but I haven't gotten anything.
You use Google Calendar, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
Okay. We might need to connect your Google Calendar to go high level. Do you know if you already have your Google Calendar connected?
I don't think so. First time that we talk about it, but if it's something I can do on the back end, then I'll do that. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Perfect. So this consultation here, this one today at 4, that wasn't on your calendar.
No, this one came in. Mm-hmm.
This one did come in on your calendar.
Sure did.
Oh, okay, cool. Then your Google Calendar must be. They're not going to be insanely common. Like there was only like 2 last week. Did you get the one on Tuesday to 10 and Thursday to 12 last week? Both of them were at 10.
I believe so. Those are the times that we were trying to meet together, you and me, right?
Or I'm talking about the callback with the
Yeah, the
leads.
follow up. I
Yeah,
hadn't
yeah.
on my calendar. No,
Okay.
the other ones
Uh,
the ones that are coming on my calendar are the ones where you and I are talking together.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's completely different. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's see. It should be if you have your Go High Level pulled up, you can go to the settings and then integrations, and then you should be able to. There's a Google Calendar integration, and it'll say take there, and you should just be able to connect your Google Calendar.
Can you show me how to get there again? You said
Yep.
on the dashboard there.
Yep. So settings down in the bottom left, you have that
Okay.
option. And then do you have the option for integrations?
Integrations. Okay.
And is Google Calendar on there?
I'm gonna take a look at that later on. I'm have to run in a second, but yeah,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and make sure to get that's gonna be on my to list as well as marking marking those particular contacts as something did transfer.
Yep. Live transfer, exactly.
Did live transfer. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Cool.
Thank you for
That
following.
that sounds good. Awesome. And then we'll go ahead and also lower the lead volume down, your slow things down so that we can get caught up and just make sure we're working what we have as much as possible, maximize the conversions on those. Yeah, go ahead and link your Google Calendar just so you can see those. And then I'll double check and make sure you're also getting the confirmation text for the callbacks and the reminders for the callbacks when they're coming up and stuff. We take care of all the reminders to the lead. We tell the lead, hey, it's Ramon. I'm calling you in and out. Take care of the reminders in the system. If you go to the conversations tab, you'll see that. So you don't have to remind them about the consultation coming up. And as long as all of that looks good, we should be pretty caught up. Other than that, if this is something you're interested, I'll touch you over the details because we run and it kind of takes a second to explain. But yeah, other than that, if you're all good, we can take it from there. Appreciate your time. If you need absolutely anything, let me know. We can throw an urgent call on the calendar, or we have our bi-weekly stuff just to make sure we're staying connected. And you have the with the member line and the support email as well.
Yeah, because I remember you were talking about probably scheduling some time to actually look at all the technical gears, if you would, for the back end stuff. So we can do that too. But yeah, send me a text of what you're looking at, what you're thinking, and we'll go from there, man.
Cool. Sounds good. Good luck, and we'll chat. We'll chat soon.
All right, thanks, dude. We'll see you.